We are running out of young people. So where will we source the staff needed to run our companies? On top of that, this younger generation are quite different in terms of what they think and what they want. Are our current leaders keeping up? Welcome back to this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and two-time best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing this show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center here in Akasaka, in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 46. We're talking about leading youth dilemmas. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to be successful as a leader, do the Leadership Training for Managers course. All companies need people who can both manage and lead. Leading people screams out for real skills in communication, dealing with all different types of people, being excellent at innovation, planning, delegation, handling mistakes, doing performance reviews really well, and inspiring and motivating the team. Do the Leadership Training for Managers course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Leading youth dilemmas. Japan is entering a scary world of work. The tried and true assimilation methods of the past for injecting youth talent into firms are starting to falter. Every generation feels a gap with its successor, but the size of the impending chasm in Japan is generating fresh challenges. Millennials are defined as those becoming adults around the year 2000. At different times, it has been poor pickings for Varsity graduates in Japan to find a full-time job. This year, COVID-19 has put the brakes on hiring graduates. But the demographics are clear. There are now half the number of 14 to 24-year-olds in Japan than there were 20 years ago. You don't have to be a genius to see what is coming around the corner. The war for recruiting and keeping youth is going to hot up. A smaller pool of available hires and a newfound freedom to jump out without any social stigma is empowering this millennial generation in new ways. The issue is going to be how to attract these millennials to your company and how to keep them happy enough to stay with you. There are 30 human relations principles outlined in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And they seem tailor-made for dealing with millennials. Sage advice like, don't criticize, condemn, or complain will perfectly address delicate youth sensitivities. Remember, we don't leave companies, we leave bosses. Principles such as talk in terms of the other person's interests, be a good listener, encourage others to talk about themselves, be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires will be a challenge for supervisors who like to do all the talking and directing. Companies are well advised to retrain their leaders to deal with this hotly contested youth worker supply problem. Otherwise, they may find they cannot engage or keep this next generation, so vital to fulfilling their works and firm succession planning. Organisations will also be more attractive in recruiting and keeping millennials if they have more relevant training on offer for them. They lack experience, so they want practical information, not lecture or theory. They want concrete skills to make them more successful, and they want them now. Prepare your organisation for this brave new world of Japanese millennials, or brace yourself for the unfolding nightmare. Action items. Recognise the demographic trend is not in your favour. Educate your leaders to become better communicators. Embed Dale Carnegie's 30 Principles of Human Relations into your company culture. Provide practical skill training for these millennials. Thank you for watching this episode, and remember, hit the subscribe button. The Japan Business Mastery Show is here to help you navigate your way around business in Japan. Subscribe on YouTube, share with your family, friends, and colleagues. Hit the little bell icon for automatic new episode notifications. Our website details are on screen now, ianjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Please leave me some feedback on YouTube. I would love to know how this show helped and what other topics you're interested in for me to cover. Just tell me how I can help you best. You might also enjoy my other weekly shows for podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesdays for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday we have the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday we have the Business Pro Podcast. Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, on Mondays, we release our other TV shows. We have the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's on YouTube. And every second Thursday, we have the Business Pro Television Show. Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, we have Japan's top business interviews. In episode 47, we are talking about service the way the Japanese do it. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we want, isn't it? Japan business mastery.